Good evening, everyone. Welcome on a Tuesday night, the 17th of June, to So What's Been Happening, episode 177. Tonight, an exciting one. We get to talk to the boys from W.O.M.B.A.T. Great name, and we get to find out what it all means in a short little while. But just before we do, we're going to just touch on a couple of gigs that are coming up. So let's bring up what we got. Little Faith's album launch at the Tote upstairs this Thursday night with the newest self-titled supergroup, Baker, Maloney and Adams, and the Delvines opening up. That will be a nice one to kick off a Thursday. Big League at Nighthawks on a Friday special. That'll be a good one to get to in Melbourne. Don't forget Polish Club playing live at the Tote, another one for the 20th. Don't get that one in your diary too. We've also got a free one, Al Matcott, solo gig, Nick Batterham and Polyman at the Corner. This will be a cracker if you're a little bit light on cash. Get in there and get a free gig with three epic Melbourne artists. And then the Radiators, they're back. These boys have been around a long time, 70s, 80s, very much in the hard rock genre. And out at a gig out at St Andrews, of all the way out to St Andrews. So there's a lot of people heading out there, and also the Espy on a Sunday. So haven't forgotten about you crew in Sydney. Get up to this one, Swaggerland. Single launch with Rubbernecker and the Exile. Try and get to that one on a Friday. And the Lansdowne up in Sydney is celebrating 100 years. So the whole month of June, there's some killer gigs out there. So make sure you get out and support some live music, most importantly. And the Blowers, they've got an album launch they've been on a tour recently, and they've got one kicking off at the Shot Kickers with the Unknowns playing as well. So make sure you go and check that one out. That will blow your mind, no doubt. Blowers, great to see them with a new album. Electric Mary, who is the intro for our show, kindly donated their track to us. That's their last ever tour. Now, this is actually a genuine last ever tour for the boys. 20 years they've been playing Aussie rock in amongst around the world, actually, but this one's at the Gov in Adelaide. So we shoot you across to Adelaide on June 21. And then Gold Mines kick off Saturday after Arvo at the Gem with the Dilemmas. So awesome to see the Gold Mines back into it. And then can't forget this one. We get to last one for Met Dog. This will be great. Great to hear about last one for the kids. This is interesting. Last show, Australian show ever it's promoted as. So, and great to see W.O.M.B.A.T make a appearance at the Gem. They will blow the socks off the Gem. So get ready. This is going to be crazy. Last time a band very similar, like Met Dog, actually knocked down the mirror ball inside the Gem, and it was a mess. So I'm putting a challenge to the boys to on that new little stage at the Gem to have a great night, and that will definitely be a fun one. So get along to that one if you can. The boys will make it well worth your while on a Saturday night. All right, we're going to kick off. Just before we do bring the boys up, we're going to play a little teaser from one of their gigs I saw not long ago, W.O.M.B.A.T at the Howler. This is a little bit of W.O.M.B.A.T.
We
Thank you, Wombat. My newest favourite Melbourne Aussie punk band. Let's bring them up. The boys from Wombat. Welcome,
Woo!
Harry and Locke.
Yeah, what's good?
All right. Great to see you, boys. And let's bring on Leion as well. The
Yo,
coolest name in punk.
Leion.
Got my jelly beans.
Welcome, boys. Most importantly, Tuesday night. What else would you be doing on a Tuesday night than chatting to me?
Not much.
Tuesday night's the best day of the week.
Yeah.
One day you guys probably relax a little. Monday night.
To make actually, on this fine Tuesday.
We kind of messed up.
You know how you make oobleck? You know oobleck?
No, I don't. Tell me about oobleck. What's oobleck?
Oh, I think it is cornstarch, where you mix that and you cook it with water, and then you let it. I think you let it cool, and then it's hard when you punch it or whatever, and you sink when you stop moving. Yeah. We've literally made oobleck stir fry.
Yeah, we put way too much cornstarch in the sauce.
Sounds fucking disgusting.
The old cornstarch to thicken it up, and it turned into concrete. Bad luck, boys.
Yeah.
Uber Eats, we need you to deliver for the boys tonight. Great to have you on, boys. Thanks for
thank you.
Thanks for jumping on with me. It's I've been hunting you guys down for a little while. I've been getting to some of your gigs, mate. You guys are incredible energy. Awesome to see you guys out there rocking it. You're on absolutely nearly every bill that's out there at the moment. You guys are punching really hard, playing plenty of gigs. It's getting super tight.
Yeah, we've got a problem. We don't know how to say no yet. We haven't learned that. So
the big challenge. Have you double booked yourselves yet?
Yeah.
Unless it's been on purpose, I don't think so.
Right.
Saying
You be ghost. We fucked that up. Oh, we allowed to swear?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was for other reasons though.
Yeah.
So, unannounced reason.
Not allowed to tell you guys.
Not allowed to tell you yet. Sorry.
Right. There you go.
Hey, where's Zoe?
Behind the scenes.
Zoe's drinking at the retreat.
Yeah.
Oh.
However, she did say she might make an appearance halfway through from the retreat toilet.
Perfect. Right. Yeah, look out. We can't obviously forget the lead guitarist in the band, Zoe. Absolute star.
Yeah, makes the band good.
Yep.
Yeah, she's the only reason why people come and listen to us.
Big time.
You know it.
You guys are very, very nice about that. But the energy you three bring in this band is incredible. Obviously, Harry and Locke brothers, and your other brother in amongst this is Leion, superstar, mate, drummer in this band. Let's talk about the first song before we kick off too far, and we're going to play a little bit of Look Out. So there you go. We're just going to play a few snippets in amongst that. That's the first track off the EP. Pretty exciting, boys. Have a 5-track EP out there punting away. I know you play a lot more than 5 songs in amongst your sets, but you never get sick of an EP, do you? Out there, $5. What can you expect on Bandcamp?
Yeah, I guess so. I think, yeah. I don't know.
How's it feel? Yeah, to put something out and out there live in the world, and your little babies off in the big world, and you play
good,
it. You play with a heap of energy, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think, I was just young and I had these dumb songs that I wrote, and I just decided to throw them into an EP and saw what happened. And yeah, it's good. I think it's really good to have an EP out before you start playing, or have something that somebody can go to if they like and want more of it.
Sure.
Yeah. Plus, I suppose live gigs, which is what everyone does. It's like it's obviously it's a great outlet for energy, but I think especially being part of a writing process and actually releasing something into the world, it's a great creative outlet and also emotionally. So I guess that's the difference between playing live all the time and actually having stuff released. I mean, WOMBAT didn't actually play a gig until that EP came out.
Yeah, that was kind of the idea that I had. I was just like, because it was meant to be this whole solo project, but it ended up turning into a band because I wanted to play gigs and I thought the songs were good. But yeah, I'll back the emotional outlet thing. It was like, every 17-year-old's got all these huge emotions, and I was just like, fuck it, throw it into an EP, and that's what that pretty much is.
And there's 5 killer songs on there.
So thank you. I appreciate it.
Now it's a case of continue to back it up, boys. That's the challenge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't worry. It'll be way better than that. No doubt about it.
Look forward to it into the future. But tell us a little bit about Lookout. When did that kind of come in your writing process? Most importantly,
it was in like the middle of last year or something, and I don't really remember, but I was pretty much just a depressed 17-year-old and wrote this song about too many ideas and try to make it sound like one idea. But I think when was Lookout done? When did I write that?
Yeah, it started off as this cinematic demo thing without any drums and stuff.
Yeah, it did. It was like this grand, like huge fucking wow of an intro of a song, and then it kind of just like I think it did just like mold into that.
It's got a killer drum beat in it, and Leion, mate, you absolutely kill it on the drums in amongst this. So you're the newest member of this crew, and an exciting one. You leave no stone unturned into this band. It's incredible power. You and flair, I must say, at the back there. It's makes you a big high drum riser, and you love it.
Love it.
Yeah, he's a little jazz drummer. He loves his little flowery things. This guy, it's awesome.
Oh,
absolutely. All right, we're going to hit the next one, the pay. Here we go.
That money.
Bring the money.
Ooh.
All right, got you, boys. I've got you. All right. No, we've still got him here. He's not far away.
All right.
I got worried there for a second.
Thought Leion had enough.
No.
My boy.
Where my boy? Where my humble thug?
Yeah, he's in for the long haul tonight. We're going to chat a little bit more about influences and stuff in the band. Boys, feel free for any three of you to jump in at any stage. But talk to me a little bit about your musical influences as a youngsters. What was your first memory of music, and what was it playing on, and where were you? What can you kind of vividly remember as a young kid? Who wants to kick us off?
First?
I'll go first.
All right,
Yeah,
go
I
for it.
thought that was going to happen.
So I mean, I have like no music in my family, and none of my parents play or really listen to music. My dad only really listens to like Middle Eastern music. So I kind of had to like find out that shit for myself. And I suppose I always listened to music, and it started off with like, as a kid, I would always listen to like rap and like A Tribe Called Quest and stuff, which led me to discovering jazz. So I'd be listening to like Tony Williams and Charlie Parker and all that kind of stuff. But the first kind of rock gig I went to, it was Skeggs with Goodsniff and the Vovos at Sydney Maya, and I was 12. And that, when I saw Goodsniff playing, shout out fellas, I was like, shit, I want to do this. And then so that kind of led me to the rock side of things, but I still love jazz and rap, obviously. But yeah, I guess that wasn't until I was in my preteens where I really started getting into the stuff that I do now.
Not bad.
Not bad, right?
Kind of similar.
Yeah, where I think we've got a pretty similar story. I mean, it was, Locke and I started playing the piano in primary school just because our parents both played the piano. Dad was a saxophone player and all of that, and he was like a marching band sax player, and Mum was just a pianist. But other than that, I think, it was just, early memories driving around in the car, and Dad put on like Bad Religion or something. That's a funny one. We always used to sing Bad Religion on the way to tennis lessons. But other than that, just piano. Still do piano, all of that. And then we played in another band called the Subordinates, and the front guy, he just introduced us to a lot of what rock and roll was about a bit more. Got us straight into the balls of it, and now we're here.
Yeah, same deal with me. It was piano lessons growing up.
No, it's all right. That's totally fine.
What did you say, Leion?
It was same deal with me. It was piano lessons growing up.
Yeah.
And I swapped over to double bass.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Classical and Celtic jazz is what I used to play on my double bass. But I was watching the drummer, and I was like, you fucking suck. And then I was just like, I can do that. So I did it, and then I started taking lessons for a bit. But then I had to go self-taught because my place shut down. But yeah, I guess we're pretty much all in the same boat.
Yeah.
Found the rock music came to us.
Yeah, man.
Rock follows.
Just on that, one that caught my mind is A Tribe Called Quest. What a killer band. Anyone that knows them, mate, talk about great upbringing there. Leion, that's a special one.
Totally, yeah. And then like finding out they had like Ron Carter on a tune, who was like this fantastic American bass player. That was like mind-blowing.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, great to hear a little bit about that, boys. What's gone on in your, and when did instruments, talk to me about instruments. What kicked off for you guys? Is it currently what you're playing, or is it something different that you've learnt first? Harry, kick us off.
Well, my main instrument's always been piano. I'm now a piano teacher, and but me playing bass is a bit of a funny one because mentioning the last band that we played in the Subordinates, the first time I played bass was 3 days before their first gig. And then I just, for some reason, decided I could have played any instrument in WOMBAT. I could have decided to play the drums. I could have decided to play guitar, anything. But I managed to fuck up and managed to pick bass again. Just a really dumb decision from me. But oh well. I love it. I think it's fun. And I think there's a nice stick around singing and playing bass at the same time. I reckon
it's something different for sure. And just quietly, you fucking kill it on bass. Absolute shred it, mate. Awesome.
Thank you.
What about you, Leion?
Yeah. Grew up piano lessons, like most people who still play music, I guess. Didn't hate it, but wasn't, I don't know. I kind of was only doing it to get out of class and shit. And then when I took up double bass, I was like, I love this instrument. It's like the coolest thing ever, but I'm not kind of getting fulfillment out of it. And that's because I wasn't learning what I was listening to. You know, I was listening to all this jazz, but I was learning classical. So I hated every minute of that. And so then I just switched to drums after watching this kid in my school band play, and he just couldn't do what he was being told. So I would just listen to my teacher. I would just listen to the teacher tell me what to do, and then take it back into the practice room in secret, and then just do that. And then, you know, got my first pair of sticks, got some pillows, then got some lessons. And then my place, unfortunately, it shut down after like 2 weeks of teaching me. So I had to teach myself. But yeah, I've had a lot of. I've had a lot of luxury to be taught by so many amazing teachers at this point on the drums, like Tony Floyd, Dave Beck, a lot of good musicians.
Oh, name dropping, brother. No. Sorry. No.
Hey, you never know.
Terrible joke.
You're listening.
Yeah. No, something about lots of teachers is now that I've started teaching, I look at all the fucking terrible teachers that I've had in the past and what not to do with my students. Yeah. And that's why I think I'm a really good teacher, because I've like run through so many teachers, and now I've just got all the good things, all the bad things.
Some music teachers are unhappy with themselves, I think.
Yeah, and shouldn't teach music.
Yeah, fundamentally.
And have never been in killer bands like you boys.
Yeah, exactly.
So they don't even have a fucking clue.
They're these music rats.
Yeah, who the hell?
Education degree rats.
Yeah. Yes, there's a lot of slant on teachers, and we won't put one on you, Harry, because you are one. But overall, teachers do get a bad rap. But a lot of the time, is they never end up out in the real world, killing it in bands. So we have had a few teachers that are on the show that reluctantly say they're teachers, but they're in amongst killer bands that I know. So it's not all bad out there, mate. It's not all bad out there.
Yeah, there you go. You know, two sides to every story.
Very true. All right, third track, North Korea. Not the North Korea you're thinking of.
What have you got?
Yeah.
Daydreaming, living off amphetamines. What a line.
Yeah. Does the story need to be said for this song, or do I paint a picture?
You painted the picture beautifully, mate. It's a killer. Absolute killer.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's track 3 on the album, the EP. It could have gone anywhere. It could have kicked off with this one. I think they all could have gone in any order. Did you play around with the order? I always ask bands about track listing, and they pine over and how long this is going to take and what's the right order. And did you guys just throw it out there?
It kind of, when we were mixing it and just doing the rounds, it kind of just like, we just always felt like a flow that way.
We were like start up with like real hype for the first track, and then play like the musical song, and then play the hit, and then and then the one that kinda is all right, but like have gone off the EP because we've left it off, and then the cover at the end because it's a cover.
Yeah.
And what have you found? Was the hit in the end for you guys, or is it something that
bands fabricate hits? You can make any song a hit.
I mean, statistically, it's got the most streams.
Yeah.
Yeah, North Korea does. Yeah.
Is that the hit?
Hey, I thought the pay.
Was the hit.
The pay was the hit.
But
That's what I thought. I think the pay's the hit. Maybe if I didn't sound like a fucking 14-year-old boy, but 14-year-old girl, either or.
Well, you definitely don't on stage now, mate.
I growl. I don't know why I do this fucking little growl thing. This cunt sounds like an ogre when he sings, and I sound like a fucking demented lion.
Yeah, that's why it is what it is. That's why it is what it is. And, and mega hair envy in amongst this band as well. There's 3 killer hairstyles in amongst you, and I've got 0 options. So every time I come and see you boys, I wish I could do what you do.
Leion and I aren't far.
Yeah, you should see me and Harry.
Sometimes not having options is better.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
For life.
You tend to get ready a lot easier. That's for sure. A lot quicker.
Yeah, true.
Boys, talk to me about current inspirations. Like who's a band out there now that maybe it is in the punk scene, and who are you guys really kind of gelling with at the moment? Give them a shout out.
Elvis 2, Street Sweeper, Unknowns.
No. No. I think a lot of the I fuck with so heavily the bands that we play with. I think they're some of the best fucking bands in the world. Just gonna fucking put it out there. And I like drawing the inspiration from people around me so I can work to be better than who I'm actually lovingly competing against.
Sure.
It's my master plan.
Yes.
Divide and conquer.
But
guerrilla tactics.
Yeah. Now you're speaking my language. No. But I think a lot of what's around now and what has been around here in the past 10 years, it's all just good. Yeah, Australia's just really good.
Some of it sucks.
Yeah, there's still a lot of fucking bullshit, but
who cares? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That don't matter.
You gotta have the good and the bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
you do. You do, and you're right. We're incredibly lucky, especially in Melbourne. Mate, some awesome venues, some killer lineups. There's almost not a night, even on a Tuesday night. There's still gigs. Things are still rolling along. The older you'll be firing, the total will be up and going. It's one of those places that we are so blessed to be in Melbourne, in amongst this. 100%. But yeah, the Sydney scene's actually not doing too bad now. Brisbane's, there's a couple of venues closing here and there, but Adelaide's firing again. So, boys, when can we expect to see you on the road? Very soon.
Oh,
end of June.
End of June. We're going to Queensland. No, Gold Coast. Yeah, Queensland, Gold Coast. Yeah, that's a thing.
I think Lennox is I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Byron. It's near Byron.
Yeah. So we're playing at Moe's Desert with Arabella and the Heist, which is in the Gold Coast. There you go. He's already on it. Yeah. That one's down in Lennox Head.
Yeah, that was in Lennox Head.
Below Byron, I think.
Yeah.
It's 10 minutes from Byron.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of our show favourites, Arabella and the Heist. So get amongst that'll be a great one for you boys on the trip. And we must give this one a little pump as we go on Saturday.
Yeah, true.
Absolutely.
And Dog Door, this will be great. Your first show at the Gem, I believe?
Yeah. We've never played at the Gem.
What's going on there? How have you not played there?
Ask them.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I've emailed said Booker a few times and got the cold shoulder. So that doesn't really help a lot of the time. But, now we're playing it. So it doesn't even matter. Yep.
You've become the irresistible. You must be.
You
you have to be on the list. Yep. Yeah, well, if you turn up enough, you keep pushing and keep punching. It'll be yours eventually. All right, we're going to go with I Don't Know.
Yeah.
Neither.
Can't get more depressing than that, can it?
That's it. Let it fall into a hole. Well, we need to dig ourselves out of that hole in amongst times. But do you ever know? That's the question.
That's some of the irony in
The
it.
moral of the story.
Yeah.
And a great line.
What's going on?
Yeah.
A great line from a mate of mine that always comes to shows, Berkey. All that's ace about live music at a Wombat gig. It's boys, you leave nothing on the table. You give it everything at every gig. Talk to me about just the one that was over the weekend. 3 gigs with Where's Jimmy? Tell us a little bit about that experience and playing with those guys at 3 different venues and in around Melbourne.
Who wants to say?
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It was good. Some of the shows were a little bit humbling, but that's great. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta come down from La La Land sometimes because we spend a lot of time up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a fair comment, mate. Fair statement.
You gotta
That's
do
a
it.
good
What?
one.
Fucking Where's Jimmy? Best fucking people ever,
Yeah.
and they play really fun fucking music.
Yeah,
great
just
song
like
too.
fun rock and roll.
It was lit. And good to play our first gigs with Vixen Scream as well.
Yeah.
they were cool there.
Motherfucker, leave me be.
Leave me be.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
Yeah.
great to actually play the SB, and I hadn't played the bendy before, surprisingly.
Yeah. We
No,
played
so it
in
was
like
good.
the upstairs bit, which was like super DIY kind of
Yeah,
vibe.
super cool. Took me
Yeah,
back to
yeah.
my DIY roots, you know.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
didn't sell enough tickets to play the band room.
Even though they didn't even have a fucking gig down in the band room.
Yeah,
They
I mentioned
were
it
just
in
like,
space.
oh, fuck you. Let's fucking put these cunts upstairs. Whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy how that happens sometimes, isn't it? Like, if nothing on in the band room, like just put the show on. Get the boys in amongst the band room. That's where it should be. That's where they play. That's where it's all loud. That's where everyone can turn up.
Yeah. It's like what I mean, obviously, you know, there's a few points to doing it, but it's like
Sure.
it's still just I just think
Production quality, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
have the band sounding fucking good. Like we walk in, I remember I walk in, I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. It's not downstairs. I know that for a fact now. And I see that they've just got like, you know, two cabs and a fucking fridge in there. And I'm like,
And they've got all the dinner stuff set up. So like clearly it's about making money. Fair enough. Venues are doing it tough right now. But
Yep.
quiet dinner vibes and rock and roll can
Candlelight,
go hand in hand sometimes.
Let's face it, boys. What better dinner and show than Wombat and
exactly.
blow the peas off your plate?
Yeah,
I like that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But no,
It's,
other than that, those shows were fun. It was
Lot of
great.
fun.
And we don't jam much as a band, so it's great to just have like low key gigs where we can just
Yeah.
like fuck around, try out different licks on the guitars and the tubs and all of that shit. It's good.
Yep.
Every show's got its pros and cons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And you guys are punting so hard, playing so many gigs. You got to have a couple of little flat ones in between. That I'm not sure what night that was, but you know, if it was good old classic Melbourne town, mate, there's probably 20 other gigs that most people are onto those, so they can't literally come and see you almost every night because you're playing almost every night these days. But
Yeah.
Just come and see the big ones. Get ready
I
for
guess
the big
Monday
ones.
night was bad luck because it was Community Cup.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
true.
'Cause that was sad.
Yeah.
Didn't
and
even get to watch my Rock Dogs win. Oh well.
Yes. Yeah, we
Maybe
must
in
quick
6
shout
years.
out to the Rock Dogs actually winning one back, which is nice
Yeah.
after a couple of years.
Yeah, go Rock Dogs.
Yeah, look out.
Yeah.
Have you boys played in the game yet?
Nah.
We were
No.
going to. We didn't rock up to any trainings.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, that'll do
Too
it.
busy.
Next year, you're on the list.
Yeah, next year, 100%.
That's
I've
when
never
everyone
played
comes, though.
before.
When Rock Dogs have a win, then everyone wants to play next year. So we'll see how we go. But
True.
Cheap.
let's pitch right now for a Wombat gig or opener to play at
Yeah.
a Community Cup. That would be
Fuck
wild.
yeah, that shit would be fucking
That's the
hectic.
dream.
Book us. Book us.
Book us, book us, book us.
Look us.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out there. And not all of us, but some of us have got an identity crisis. Here we go with identity crisis.
I thought no wonder you so unfulfilled. You turned and walked away. Nothing but talking about nothing. Nothing to say. Identity crisis. Identity crisis. I don't know where my life is. I don't know. And I know that it's no use if I walk you home. No matter what I do, with or without you, I'll be walking home alone. Identity crisis. Identity crisis. I don't know where my life is. I don't know. Identity crisis. Identity crisis. I don't know where my life is. I don't know.
Fuck me, I suck at the drums.
Was that you?
Yeah. And on the pay. So
There's
funny.
nothing wrong with that, mate. It just gets stepped to a whole nother level now. But that's cool. You can't play it all. You can't play it all. And you mentioned it was a solo project originally.
Yeah.
Harry. Tell us a little bit about that, and then your ability to obviously with your brother, and then the band that's now formed must be heaps better playing with a crew than by yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a solo project because I was fucking sick of the old band. I was completely burnt out, and I was like, need something new. I was looking for my next dopamine hit, I reckon, and I fucking found W.O.M.B.A.T, biggest dopamine hit in my life. It's never ending. No. But it was a solo project. We were just in this Collards, just recording some bullshit, and I just said to the person that we were there with, I was like, oh, would you record an EP that I've written? And he was like, fuck it, why not? And we started recording. Locke did all the rhythm tracks. I played drums on some of the songs. The old drummer played on some of them. And then just went over with guitar tracks. And I was like, fuck it, I want to play these songs. And then obviously he played. And then got Zoe, because it's a whole story, but we saw Zoe play and I was just like, what the fuck? I needed Zoe in my band. So I asked her and she said yes. And then the old drummer, Michael, he said yes. And then he fucked off to Europe and we had a bunch of gigs, had to get Leion to fill in. It just made more sense him playing.
And,
You can really tell which tracks Michael's playing in the EP and which tracks Harry's
Fuck
playing.
you. Fuck you.
He's a really good player. He's really good.
Yeah, he shits all over 17-year-old me. He does not leave a single fucking clear bit of skin.
17-year-old you was only 1 year ago.
Yeah, but I've got a lot better. I play drums in a band now, and we're the best band ever.
Yeah, we'll just bring up a couple of little pics because we can't let people not see who Zoe is. So we just kind of stole a few off in amongst Instagram and Facebook. But we have to show a few.
Oh, not bad. Who took those?
I took all those actually. All those ones were at Howler, so feel free to use any of those. But these were all taken at the tote. I didn't take any of these ones.
That was in my 8th. Oh, that's nuts.
Wait, can you get these to us? Why leave? Sorry, my whole family's there.
So did you take all of these?
No, I didn't take the ones at the tote. They've been around for a little bit, so they're actually tagged on your Facebook, so
Facebook.
But definitely the other ones on Howler, I took in that video that I played, the first clip that was opening for Pretty Littles, which was a cool gig there not long ago. End of May, I think that roughly around that was. So I set myself a challenge in my 50th year to not have a 50th party, which I ended up actually having as well. But I always saw 50 bands in amongst in the month of May. So that was it in amongst that. So
well done.
It's killer.
I thought
in amongst that, I saw Wombat 3 times. So that was pretty cool.
Fucking hell. That's unreal.
Love it.
Thank
and
you.
we must touch on Wombat. It's not just Wombat for a reason. It's Wombat for a big
Well, it's
reason.
just a waste of fucking money, brains, and time.
That's all being in a band is. It's all waste of money, brains, and time.
Just on that, everyone thinks, when are you going to get a real job when you play a musical instrument and you're performing music? When was the last time someone said to you, what are you doing? You're just wasting time here.
Oh, my friends tell me quite often. I don't know. No, never.
That was a joke. We can't say the actual time.
I'm doing a degree in jazz, and every time my dad and I are in the car together, like every once in a while, he always looks at me and he goes, "Are you sure you made the right decision?" So I kind of get those subtle hints of that shit.
Yeah.
But apart from that, being surrounded by musicians all the time, you get a lot of support.
Yeah.
Well, that's the most important part.
No, sorry. Don't worry. I'm not going to say that.
No, you're right. Yeah. How cool is it to be in a network in amongst playing? Like when you've got 2 or 3 bands on a list, you're playing 20 odd gigs a month, you boys these days. Incredible network to be in and amongst and bouncing ideas off and getting inspired by. There must be one. It doesn't have to need to be a standout, but there must be one band that you'd love to play with on the world stage anywhere. Who would it be and where would it be? I'm going to ask each of you for a question.
Viagra Boys,
Yeah.
Jan 20 at Festival Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2026.
Look, I think I might have to. Actually, I want to play and definitely watch Les Lulis from France.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
The clip that you played of us wasn't one of our songs. It was by Les Lulis, who are from France. And they've recently just done Split System went up and did a tour with them in Europe.
Shouting in my ear, can't.
Sorry.
He's always on that side. You should be used to it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I've got my tinnitus is worse in this year.
I bet it is. It is.
No, but they would definitely be a band that I wanna watch and play with 100%.
Cool.
Bodega for me.
Oh, true. That's another thing we do a cover of. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
you were to jump in a plane now and head overseas to a venue or a country, where would you like to kind of go and make a mess of right now?
Lebanon.
Yeah, we'd tear their socks off. No.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe Fiji. No.
I just want to go on a holiday.
Yeah, I just want to go on a
North Korea.
I need a fucking break, man.
Yeah. Well, you do need a break. What are you going to do next, boys? Let's just touch on that. What's next for you guys? EP was out end of last year. What's coming up for you boys?
Well, do we want to give a little insight to July? What we're doing in July?
Yeah.
We are
Dry July.
Yeah, we're doing Dry July. We're gonna get our fucking shit together. Yeah. No, we're bunkering down for a month.
Yep.
And
to drink.
To just fucking get smashed. No. We're bunkering down for a month and we're gonna begin writing, or not begin because
we're gonna finish writing the album.
We're gonna hopefully finish writing the album, and then we're gonna record it.
We will finish
back in the end of 2025.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Very, very exciting, boys. All right, I'm going to hit you with one last question. You've all got your mobile phones with you. Open them up. I need you to tell me the last song that you played on your phone.
Oh, shit. All right. I think it might have actually been Katy Perry.
Nice.
That's okay.
How do you check? Is it just a thing that's sitting down the bottom?
It's on Spotify or Apple Music.
Yeah.
Whatever you use. Or Tidal.
Fuck. You can't even fucking see that, can you? Is that doable?
Yep.
Whatever. Pulsator by Modern Pets.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
They're I'll give a bit of backstory. They were a punk band in 2000 and fucking God knows 13 or something. I don't know. Weird.
Yeah.
I think I was just looking around for some new music.
Music. Bit of music.
What about you, Locke?
I was listening to this kind of like weird electronic stuff by James Holden, and he released a new album. And this song's, I was just listening to the album, I think.
The universe will take care of you.
Yeah.
Well, ain't that a metaphor for life?
I don't believe a single fucking word that
I believe it.
is there, but sure.
Cut must have been happy or something.
I was listening to it.
Yeah, very nice. Leion, who did you have, man?
First Light by Freddie Hubbard. It's off his best album, First Light. He's a trumpeter. He's played with John Coltrane, Art Blakey, Quincy Jones, Joe Jones, Philly Joe Jones. Yeah. He's
Joe Jones, Joe Jones.
Joe Jones, Philly Joe Jones.
Chili
He's a fantastic trumpeter. I think that came out in the 70s or the 60s. I don't know, but great record.
Jonesy.
Perfect. All right, boys, you've been awesome to spend 50 minutes with me just jumping on a chat. We never put a time frame on this. We never pre-work out what we're going to do and talk about, but it's been awesome to have a chat to you guys. Good luck. Good luck at the Pope. At the gym.
Yeah.
And look forward to seeing you out there doing your thing.
100%.
Everyone must get onto WOMBAT. We're going to post a few links in amongst the chat here to make sure you jump on. Really exciting, boys, that you're going to go into the recording studio. What are you most looking forward to? Obviously being able to put together and put down some new tracks, but is there kind of an experience different to the EP that you're kind of hoping for out of this recording?
I want to get way more technical with the recording, like just really just get stuck in there and try and, experiment a little bit, but also not experiment so far that we end up completely just like lighting a match to the sound, kind of thing. But it's still gonna be fire though, no matter what.
I'm excited to have music that I can properly be fulfilled and proud in.
I want to play on the album. That's my goal.
I just want to play on it, man.
I just want to play the fucking drums. Yeah. But I mean, Harry tells us every day, I want to write more songs that are actually music, like.
Yeah, I want songs. I want to be a fucking power pop band. Fine.
And I know exactly what you mean.
All right, wait, actually, let's go back to that question that you asked about the bands that we love as well, would be Romero.
Sure.
Yeah.
Romero. Yeah.
Not a day goes by where I don't think about Romero.
Yeah.
Not a second of my fucking life goes by without fucking... No.
There you go. All right. You're going to jump in the car and tomorrow you're going to go to a record shop and buy a brand new record. What's it going to be? What are you waiting for? What are you trying to get your hands on?
I Got Mine by Motorhead.
That's
hard to. It's actually hard to find that record.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Keep looking.
Oh no, wait! It's Another Perfect Day is the album. Yeah, that one. Anyway, whatever. Doesn't matter anyway.
I don't know. I'm not much of a record buyer. I just like getting the free records from the bands that we play with.
Perfect. Great way to collect.
Exactly. That's how I'm going to start my collection. All the bands we play with. Sorry, I got no money. Please, would you spare a little boy a record?
We'll play it on the radio for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But I don't know. How about you, Leion? What's a record you'd go and get straight up?
Probably this Black Focus by Yusuf Kamal. I've been
Yeah,
listening to a lot. I was looking through my Spotify to see what I'd say, and that.
Fair enough. I respect
And yeah, Yusuf Days, he's the drummer. He's a great drummer.
Yeah, Yusuf Days is so good.
And I mean, I want to spin that shit in my system, you know?
Yeah. You want to look at it spin, brother. No doubt about it.
Definitely that.
All right, boys, we could talk for another hour easily, but I've got to cut it off and we'll pick it up again. Make sure I'm the first interview you boys do when we get this new record up and going and ready to roll.
Yeah.
See you out there soon.
Bye. Thank you.
Next time.
How cool those boys from WOMBAT. Make sure you get out there and see them in the next coming weeks, months, years. Drag some mates and tell them you're going to see this killer new young Aussie punk band doing some awesome stuff. Get out there amongst it and enjoy the week.